Oh yeah, let's talk about football.
Oh shit. So who do you support?
You go first.
You go
You
first.
go
Okay,
first.
okay.
Rock,
Tell me the
paper,
name of your
scissors.
league.
Premier League.
Premier League. Oh shit.
You?
Same.
Same. Okay, let's go rock, paper, scissors.
All right, sure.
All right. 1, 2, 3. All right, you
Oh
go first.
shit. Arsenal.
Okay.
Who do you
Okay.
support?
Liverpool, man.
Liverpool.
Through and through.
Yeah, you shouldn't be talking about football right now, I guess. Then I mean, it'll be a
Hey, man,
more
I can
touchy
talk about
topic
it.
for you
I
than
don't mind. I can
for
talk
me.
about it. It's okay. We're in second in the league. It's a long league. 9 games left. Let's see what happens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
we
were
haven't
first
lost a
for
game. I mean,
like
we lost 1 game against City. So
you were on top for a while.
yeah, we are
on the
competing with
league,
Man City.
and you were. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You gave up on your lead, and it's so.
So what? 1 point lead, I think. Is it 1 point lead?
No, there is no lead. You're in second place right now
Yeah, but
by
so-
2 points, I think.
2 points,
I
right?
think so.
Yeah, it's the same thing. We win 1 more game. If they draw or something like that happens, they go down.
Oh, they have a much higher goal difference.
Yeah, we'll see that in the end. Not much higher. It's still touching distance, but we'll see that in the end.
Yeah.
But hey, man, if you win the league this year, fantastic. If you don't, buckle up, go for it next year. We've got an amazing coach. It's not going to let
I had
you
that guy
down.
for 3 years. I actually admire his work
For where Liverpool was.
until.
honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
It was one of those fifth place,
Yeah.
sixth place teams.
And once in a blue moon, they
Once in a
had
blue moon, they'll-
like Brendan
yeah.
Rodgers one season, he came in and tried to pull it off.
And it went down to the wire. You guys were supposed to preserve a 3-0 lead against QPR in the last match. You just had to win it to win the league. And then QPR came from 3-0 down and drew 3-all.
Yeah.
And City won the league that year.
That's
like the
that's
very
their-
last.
That's the season of
Yeah.
Gerrard slip also.
Yeah.
And it's very hard for him.
That was bad.
And I think what
So-
credible team I could see was back when Rafa came in, and for 2 years he did the job.
Right.
When we won the Champions League, and then we what do you call we pushed in 09, 010 all the way with United. You know, those were the two standout, and the final we reached with AC Milan 1 year later after that. So Rafa's tenure was good, but at the same time Rafa did a lot of mistakes where he sold our good players like Alonso, Mascherano. If you hadn't
Yeah.
sold them, we would have had a good season under Roy Hodgson,
Mm-hmm.
at least.
Hopefully.
Yeah, but then we ended up in relegation by Christmas. We're fighting relegation. We had to come up, and then we got Brendan Rodgers. I hated Kenny Dalglish though. I love him as our legend, but I hate him as a manager because some of the things he did. And when we won a cup, but I was like, my God, man, it was so horrible to watch the matches. You know.
Huh.
So we were always in a worse situation than you guys were.
At one point. At one point you were in a worse
because you always ended up at
situation.
least getting Champions League.
Yeah. Until I think 2-3 years ago when this guy came in, Klopp came in.
Yeah. That's when
I
things changed for us.
actually liked what he did in the first couple of seasons, but then I figured I think now he's stagnated is what I think.
What? Nah.
Yeah, he's tired himself out.
Nah, I don't think so. Right now,
I mean,
it's a development. You can't.
no,
Yeah, it is.
no. A manager is going downhill when he starts blaming the wind for your results.
Man, that's all talks. You see, like, when you actually see a manager, right? See, managers are very rare breed. You know that. And they will play whatever game they want to play on media. They don't give a crap when they're behind the door and when they take it on their players because they know their tactics failed and everything failed and they have to reinvent.
Exactly,
the whole
right. So
thing,
when you
right?
come in from the Bundesliga,
Yeah.
in case of Klopp, he came in with his own tactics and it worked pretty well, except he didn't have the right personnel for it. So he started buying the right people, offloading the right people and whatnot, and then his tactics fell into place. And then he tried bringing up, younger players in the academy with the same tactics. And by year 3, everyone's like, yeah, I know Klopp now. I know exactly what he's trying to do. And so by then the league has caught up to you, and then...
Yeah, but that's the same case with Alex Ferguson. When he came
for him, it was never the league caught up with him. When he came in, he took some time to it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It
And
took some time
eventually
to it, and then he went on a roll for...
Yeah.
What, 15 years?
But I mean,
They're
I get
not
he's a
gonna be
legend and
long
everything,
term.
but here's the thing. I mean, I think the last few years, I wouldn't rate him as highly as a manager as anyone else
he
would.
won his last Premier League
Yeah, he
title
did,
with
he
a
did.
team that was absolutely, in my eyes, shit.
I don't think so.
Yes, he did.
I don't think so.
You look up the players, you will be pretty much baffled who you had in that team. And you're like, are you kidding? This team won ahead? Because remember, he lost the season to Man City.
Right, yeah.
Then he won the 20th title with Van Persie wearing 20 shirt, which he bought. He was the only good player in the team. Who else was there? Rooney was not performing well. You had, I don't know, who was... Do you remember any other United period from that end? You will not.
Wasn't that the one where Scholes and Giggs and everyone was also
No,
in the
man, that was like ages back.
No, what?
Scholes came back in like a 6-month period before the title or something.
Oh.
Yeah. Scholes actually retired. Even Ryan Giggs was not even playing in that season. I think Ryan Giggs was there as a player manager kind of thing, coaching something like that.
No, that was pretty recently. That was like 2014 or something.
No, man. Further than... When was the last time they won the league? 2014?
Nah, 2012,
12.
13, I think, yeah.
Yeah. So think about that.
Right.
That's pretty old. And he won it with a team.
I don't know. I feel like there was this major factor where he was in a position where he could just buy any player he afforded to.
Yeah.
And he was also pretty weighted in terms of influence within the FA, where actual referees have gone on record to say that they were intimidated by Ferguson and they were inclined towards United.
Huh. Didn't know
So
that.
yeah, he has...
I knew there was some sort of influence. That's the only reason they were...
Referees have gone on record to say, yes, I was intimidated by Ferguson, which is why some of those decisions were, slightly biased towards them. So I think, I don't know.
Yeah, way I look at
Respect for him, and he's like a great manager and everything, but I think his best years were just before that, when he took a bunch of people who
I think that's what Klopp will do with Liverpool. I believe that.
Will he though? I think now it's more... No, you can't find a long-serving manager anymore.
No, I'm not talking about 15, 20 years. At least he would stay for... I predict he's going to stay for 8 years.
8 more from now.
Not 8 more from now. I'm thinking overall 8. It's
overall
been
8 years.
What, 3-4 years now?
Right, 3 years now.
Yeah.
So 5 more.
I predict he's going to stay for another 5 more years. And then he's going to hand over the reins to Steven Gerrard. That's what I think. You watch that happening.
Right.
You watch that happening.
Sure, the dream. That's what we thought. We always thought Wenger is going to retire, and he is going to hand it over to Andre, who's going to come in and do an insane job. Yeah.
Andre's still got a couple of more years to go before he becomes Arsenal manager. He's going to become Arsenal
manager. He's never going to become
You
Arsenal
watch,
manager.
he's going to become
Nope.
Arsenal manager. Okay, let's put this down in the podcast.
Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Andre was the assistant coach at Belgium.
And he's doing horrible in Monaco right now.
And he got fired as the Monaco manager.
Did he?
Okay, yeah, already.
That news. Okay.
Yeah. So he did a horrible job there, and then he got fired at his first coaching managerial stint.
Everyone does that, bro.
Not really.
Yeah. Think about it.
Not really.
Think about it. Every manager who has ever become a really successful manager has got their ass kicked by the first professional club.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Take Mourinho. Before he went to Porto.
Take this guy. Take Emery. Emery started as a player. He managed the same club into the next league without
Which club
spending
was
a
he in
single...
before that?
He was a player at one of these clubs. I forgot what it's called now. Shit. But yeah, he got injured, so he couldn't play. So he started managing.
Wait, hold on. Emery before this was in PSG.
Yeah.
And before PSG, he was in Galatasaray.
Wasn't he at Sevilla?
I think that was before, after Sevilla. I think he was in Galatasaray for a while.
I'll look it up.
Yeah. I need to. Yeah, this is one more setup. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a third guy in with us. We'll do all the audio works and stuff, and have a TV, so you can always bring up facts and stuff when we talk about.
Right.
Yeah.
That will help.
That will help a lot of things. Because people are like shy to look into their phone because they always want to be right about facts. Man, that's not a problem, dude. Just always look it up. Not like we can store that much information. Go to Wikipedia, you'll find it.
Yeah. The internet's pretty bad here.
And you can connect to my...
Oh, yeah, there you go. So, he was at... okay. Managerial career. So he had an injury in 0405, and then he was at Lorca, and then he was offered the managerial position, and he helped them achieve promotion to the second division for the first time in its
Which
history.
league were they in?
They got promoted to the second division, so yeah.
Doesn't say which country league that is.
Oh,
Uh,
Spanish
Spanish
league,
okay.
yeah.
La Liga.
Yeah. And then he moved to a different club within the second division, Almeria, and then he again helped them overachieve. Like
Promotion,
in their
yeah.
first season, they
Mhm.
got promoted to La Liga, and in their second season, they finished 8th. And then he went to Valencia. And in his first season, he took them straight to the 6th place. And in the second season, they went to the Europa League, despite their financial problems. And then remember, Valencia is a club that's just gotten,
Yeah.
that's just started performing, and in his very second season, he led them to 3rd place, and then they went to Champions League after 2 years.
Yeah, Valencia. So
And it's the same with
after Valencia, he went to Galatasaray, right?
Oh shoot.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to. I was having confusion about that because I knew he was in Valencia before.
He went from Deportivo to Almeria to Valencia to Spartak Moscow,
Spartak Moscow.
and then Sevilla, and then PSG and Arsenal.
So
Okay, even right now, look at what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is
Yeah.
doing. It's not even his first.
he's an
that-
interim. It's the second time.
Yeah, it's the first time he's coaching a team.
No, he was there with United before, I think, for a while.
He was a player at United. He was never the
Wasn't he
manager of a.
never coached an
No,
interim?
never coached a team. Never coached a senior team ever in his life, and he's brought back United from like 8th position or something. In a matter of like 7 games, he's changed their fortune. So I think it's you come in first season, maybe you can be excused because it is your first season, but 3 seasons later, if you're not able to punch above your weight, I mean, Klopp has definitely brought
we are
in.
punching above our weight.
Oh yeah. He's definitely put
my
Liverpool
prediction-
on the global map.
My prediction, a
He
lot
went to like
fake-
the Champions League's finals
Yeah,
and
we
everything,
went to
but
we were like, dude, we are gonna get through this season to at least top 4. That was a realistic expectation this year. You know that.
not really.
It was.
Not
If
really.
I've spoken to so many Liverpool diehards, and everyone I've asked them, like, bro, what do you think is gonna be new season
You've
like?
built your team over 3 years and you've led them to the top of the league, but you can't come to terms with the fact that it's slipping. That's when things start spiraling.
Yeah, well, man, it's not coming to terms. We're just fucking around. Because it's very sensitive right now with Pep and him because you're not facing each other anymore. So
Right,
this becomes
yeah,
a very
yeah.
big disadvantage for us, right? So now, as a manager, you will protect your players from outside pressure. So you will take the pressure on yourself by saying it's the wind. I would do that as a manager. Why would I want my players? When I was coaching with my university team, it was so painful, dude. 3 years. Oh my God, protecting them from all the other pressures I got from my university to get them to win back-to-back championships and stay unbeaten for 1 year in all championships was hard. So you do this tactics. You'll go blame something stupid. So they take it on you.
I guess.
Where do you think Arsenal's going to be in a couple of years?
It's gonna be the same position.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be the same position. I think we will probably be 4th
No, I think you guys will win the
Fourth
title
or
once
third.
at least.
in the next how many years?
I think in the next 3 years. I think
I think we can
will
like exactly in.
Man, you got a squad.
N-
You know that?
We are starting to get a squad now,
Yeah.
but again, it's when as long as Wenger was there, the whole argument was that it's very centralized and he does all the scouting and signing and managing and whatnot. And then they decentralized it and they brought people designated for their roles, and Wenger just had to manage, and then they pushed him out and they brought in the new guy, and everybody was so happy that it's decentralized, but now it's becoming the same thing all over again. Emery started getting rid of his extended staff and he started bringing in his own guys, so that
But they are all part of decentralized.
they're different people. There's one guy for scouting and there's one guy for
Yeah.
contract negotiations and whatnot, but they're all people who Emery has worked with over a bunch of years. So it's again becoming one of those, situations where this guy decides who's getting scouted and who's getting signed.
Yeah, but you can't run a club like how. You see, I think the way I look at it, Arsenal is a very historic club. So they will not only look at trying to win the title, but at the same time they would love to have that traditional thing going on.
Yeah.
The fans will only feel that way if the manager has completely covered the whole club in his philosophy of trying to win. I think this was a transition which Klopp had with us.
Right. Yeah.
When he came in, he was trying to, his type of players. We didn't know Bobby Firmino before. Roberto Firmino, we didn't know about him.
Yeah.
We didn't know about Robertson.
So here's the thing, right? So we had Sven doing the scouting, and he scouted Guendouzi.
Yeah,
He found that he helped with Aubameyang signing. He helped with
that guy is a killer, and Lacazette also top of that.
So he helped us with all the signings, and now you're firing this guy and bringing in someone new who we don't know whether he'll be good or not.
I think it's because they spend enough money right now. They need to focus on where.
Really, we haven't spent cash at all. What are you talking about?
How much was Lacazette? Aubameyang.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? We bought our biggest signings were probably Lacazette, Aubameyang, and Ozil in the past 7 years.
Yeah, superstars, yeah.
Right, and all of them have been signed for what? Put together, they'd probably be worst case scenario 150 million.
Yeah.
That's what clubs are playing for a single player, paying for a single player now.
Ozil was how much?
Ozil was 42, 43 million pounds, I think.
And Aubameyang?
I don't remember how much we paid for Oba. 50 something, I think.
Man, he couldn't be that cheap because Madrid were chasing him.
No, the only reason we bought Aubameyang was because we sold Giroud to Chelsea, which meant Batshuayi could go to Dortmund and we could get Oba. And Oba apparently had a fallout with the management, so he was ready to leave anyway. And that's when we went in and we bought him for 50 something million. I think that's what we paid for him. And same with Lacazette and Ozil.
It's going to take some time because it's one season now.
Yeah. So right now it's just that faith period where we hope the process works out and we stand by whatever he's doing, hoping he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a bunch of loud people going, fire Emery already.
Yeah, they're going to try to be like the Rent boys.
But
what's happening with Chelsea with Sarri and all that?
I
last week with the Kepa thing.
I hate to be in his position.
Oh my God.
You could see the helplessness.
Man, it was a long time since I've seen something like that happen. On field where a player just goes like, I am not coming out. The manager losing his shit has been a very long time, dude. And to see that video, I was like, oh, finally, some drama in football.
Chelsea has always been that club that I can never find a reason to like. They always do one thing. Either I meet someone who's incredibly annoying as a Chelsea fan.
Oh, yes.
Or it's just a club that just gets disrespect from me for some reason. They're never and I would never count them among clubs that I would ever say something nice about. Because here's what happened last season, right? Conte, such a brilliant. Dignified manager, right? He had class about him. Now you had to fire him because he didn't get along well with the board and the players. And the players run the whole thing there. It's like mafia there. Yeah. It's so childish because
one season he won 2 things, I think.
Yeah.
The title and the FA Cup or something like that. I don't know which one.
No. I don't think they won the FA Cup. I think they won the title and like Carling Cup or something.
Yeah, they got a double that season.
Like
next season they fired him. He was coached the next season, and the third season he's out. Why?
Always.
Why? Dude, that guy bought Juventus from death.
And the major reason is because most players in the club did not get along well with him. And so did you see what happened after the cup win that I think it was Community Shield win, or was it? I think it's some cup, FA Cup, or I don't know.
Okay.
And the entire team took a picture with the trophy, and Willian decided to post it on his Instagram, except he had just blocked out Conte's face from the photo. He put in like an emoji or something, and I was like, why would you do that? That's not only is that so immature, it's not a professional thing to do.
Man, Chelsea is a weird situation. It's something about what they do on the pitch or whatever thing always reflects on the fans too. Right? It's the funniest thing I've always, like, I've met some people and we'll have a conversation. I just feel like it's so weird. Then I'll be like, dude, what club do you support if he's a footballer? And he'll say Chelsea, and I'll be like,
that explains it.
It's weird when any football fans are like, oh, if you're a United fan, I'll be giving you shit. If you're a City fan, I'll just be like, should I? Because I don't like United that much. But when you meet an Arsenal, it's always neutral love kind of thing. For me, I just feel bad for them because
they've never been threatening. Everybody's like, yeah. They'll probably be at the top of the table by Christmas, but don't worry, it'll be fine. They'll be third or fourth later. It's fine.
With not like that with Arsenal, it's kind of like any person that I meet Arsenal people, like when we talk about football, it's like, you know what we are going through, and they'll be like, yeah, we know what you're going through. It's like, exactly. And now when we meet, it's like, you know what we went through. And then you'll be like, yeah, bro, we know. It's like brother in arms kind of thing. And then every time when a match happens, I just know it's going to be a high scoring Liverpool game. Let's play here. Let's watch this.
Except last time we met, it was like 1-1 or something.
No, last time we thrashed you 4.
Oh no. The one before. The first time we met,
we were quite surprised because last season was pretty horrible for you guys.
Yeah. It's always been one of those. So sometimes it's like 4-4 or 4-0 or 5-1 or something.
Or sometimes you had that 4-4 matches.
Yeah.
Arsenal and Liverpool.
Arsenal was 4-0 ahead at halftime, and then Liverpool came back 4-1.
I remember when Arshavin scored 4 goals.
Yeah. That was a 4-0, I think.
Yeah.
Arshavin scored 4.
It's always like that between us. High scoring game ever, and always just goes down to the. And then we don't have no problems like that. I have no problems with any of my Arsenal friends. I'll just text them.
None.
Good match, bro.
No.
And then I'll be like,
Chelsea, I have every problem with. United, I guess it's situational. If it's one of those United people who's just, he's not violent about it, then that's okay. But if it's one of those typical obnoxious United fans, then
that's why I call them commercial and diehard.
There are United fans who used to support the club before about 12 years, 13 years, and there are fans who joined in along the way. And not to be judgmental, but I find a bunch of them go all,
It's a weird. I actually learned about this connection in my university.
Right.
So when I went to Hereford University, I don't want to take that professor's name, but he was a Scottish, and he was a pretty cool guy. And he asked once, we were talking about some business thing, and then in the classroom he asked once, who's a Liverpool fan here? And my hand went up, and I was the only guy in the classroom, right? And everyone's like, oh, so he's a Liverpool guy. He's the only guy in the classroom, and then he goes like, oh, you never walk alone, bro. I'm a Liverpool fan too. And I was like, oh shit. And I thought that was just a bonding thing with the professor, but that didn't stop there. He actually helped me off classes. He would come up, and when we are passing each other, we'll talk about the club, and then he will talk to me about studies.
Right.
And then he always had that because he is from Liverpool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a Scouser.
Right.
It's half of his family is a Scouser. So he's from Scotland, right? But he's from Edinburgh, but half of his family is from Liverpool. So he knows that Liverpool connection. So he's always completely affiliated with the club. And then I had the final exam, and I was stuck on one question. He just came in for, so the professor comes in, obviously asks if he has any questions, ask me, otherwise I'm gonna go, that's the only classroom he has, And then he comes near me, and he sees one of the question over there on my topic, and he goes like, and I just like, I know he just kind of knew that was going to be tough for me. So he just said, you remember that day that Steven Gerrard scored this goal? And then I'll be like, yeah, you remember what we were talking about that day?
Right.
And then I'll be like, okay. And then I knew what the answer was, what the right answer was for that particular business question. You know, that's what that you never walk alone thing from Liverpool. So this was what, like, you know, when you have that, when someone is like, you support a club, it's much more than anything else.
Yeah,
It's not just football.
it's one of those ways to start bonding with people.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're two
I-
random
in-
good people. You meet I meet any Liverpool guy on the road, he's instantly my friend. We're going to talk
Exactly.
about football.
Exactly. When I came to Chennai, I wasn't. I didn't follow football before I was here. I started following it in 2008. 2007 and 8 is when I started watching football, and then 2009 I was like, yeah, this is the club that I want to support. And ever since it's been like this. And then that's when I start figuring out if there are actual fan clubs in the city, if I can go watch matches and whatnot. And we are, I think we are like the second biggest registered group of Arsenal fans around the world or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah. So I went for a few match screenings and whatnot, and ever since, every time I'm just walking around, I see someone in an Arsenal shirt just walk past, like just do finger guns, and they'll always be like, "Hey, Gunner, yeah, cool man, we'll just sit down and talk for a bit."
Yeah.
I've had like randomest conversations like that. I was once walking from one of my friend's house to another at about 3 a.m. when I found a dude sitting and having a cup of coffee or something by the roadside, wearing an Arsenal shirt. And all I had to do was, "Hey, Gunner," and he sat me down. 5 minutes later, we both having coffee there.
That's just the connection that you have. It's beautiful when that happens, dude. It's absolutely beautiful. I've had instances like that, like, you know, you come from where I grew up from. Saudi was like a close community kind of thing, because there are not a lot of Indians. It's not like Dubai. Dubai is filled with Indians. Everywhere you go, you can at least find an Indian you don't know. You know, and Saudi it was different. Jeddah was like, you know an Indian and you know who he is, and it's always like that. So in Dubai, when randomly, I think I was in an electronic store where they had piano, and I was wearing the Liverpool jersey. One guy comes behind me and taps on my shoulders like, "You never walk alone." It is like, "You never walk alone." That was the second time that happened to me in Dubai, and I was like, "What the hell is going on?" You know, because in Saudi it's a different thing. You know, we wear football jerseys every day in Saudi, which is like, you know, football is our life. You know, every day. So like that kind of bonding in Dubai, when I started to feel with this Liverpool people. And then that's just like, when you, because we support a club that is not in our country, you would feel that with Chennai Super Kings.
Yeah.
You know, if you really support cricket and you follow in Chennai. So it's the hype is here, the whole thing is here, you know. Imagine Arsenal being here.
Right.
How you would be. Right? Your whole life revolves around it at the same time. You know what time to get the hell out of the house to go see the match and everything. So when you meet those kind of people from the club you support from the other side of the world, and the respect they give you, it's so immense. I think sports is generally like that.
Gives people something to be more approachable over. Yeah.
Just be nice with people. Just
I mean, it also gives you more reasons to go be a horrible person to someone else, but in general,